Hello and welcome to another Johnson Finance video. And for today, we will be talking about my personal 10 rules for business. One of the reasons on why I love capitalism so much is because it is hands down one of the most ethical economic systems ever created. The only way you can succeed in a capitalist society is to provide for others. Therefore, your success is measured by how much you give back to society, and there is no other economic system like that. With that said, you will find out that my 10 rules for business will not only help you out on your own financial journey, but it would also help you out greatly in life as well. So, starting with number 1, it is more of a listening game than it is a talking game. There's a classic saying that you can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get people interested in you. If you can get someone to talk about something they are deeply passionate in, they will not stop talking about it. The key is that you must become just as interested and as curious in it as they are, and they will simply think you are the best and most interesting person to talk to, even though you said nothing yourself. However, listening is not only important when making friends, it can also lead to opportunities. When legendary investor Peter Lynch traveled with his wife, he would talk to hotel managers and strike up interesting conversations. He would later sneak in questions like what would scare them the most about their hotel. Many of these managers talked about their fears of a newer hotel coming onto the scene, La Quinta Inn and Suites. He would try to learn something new from the conversations he had, and he realized that La Quinta was making hotels at a fraction of the price and still made the same profit as a Holiday Inn would. This is when Mr. Lynch made his legendary investment in La Quinta Inn, which gave him an 11-fold return over a 10-year period. Furthermore, you can even learn about people's problems in life and help solve them as well. For example, if you're a real estate agent and you learn someone needs help selling their home, boom, you just made a client. This will bring us to number 2. In order to obtain value, you must provide value. This is fairly simple. If you can change 1 billion lives, then you'll make $1 billion. And the more value that you can provide, then the more you will get in return. For example, I agreed to teach this one young lady on how options trading works. We originally agreed on $10 for the lesson, and she was expecting a simple explanation. But I took an extra step beyond that and created a whole PowerPoint with analogies included just to explain the concepts of options trading. Because I gave her so much value, she paid me $50 instead of $10, and that is merely a 5x return just because I took that extra step to give her more value. Now moving on to number 3, which is perhaps the easiest, and that is to smile. Your uniform is never complete without a smile. The value of a smile costs nothing but creates so much. It enriches those who receive without impoverishing those who give. It doesn't matter how much money you have, yet you can give so much to another. Your smile brightens the lives of all who see it. Even if someone is too tired or grumpy to flash you a smile, let him have one of yours anyway. Nobody needs a smile as much as the person who has none to give. When you are working with your customers or clients, be happy that you are working with them. They are the people that keep you in business after all. Energy and optimism is one of the keys to success. And trust me, you will need that energy from number 3 for you to face the number 4 rule. Failure and discouragement is necessary. Do not fear fear. You cannot be afraid of failure, or else you will never do anything productive in life. For far too long, the majority of people came up with these fantastic ideas that can later create $1 million or $1 billion businesses. but they always let the fear of failure prevent them from achieving that point. The fear of failure is usually disguised in the form of excuses. Oh, I don't have time for that. Oh, I don't have the money for that. Oh, I have a car payment coming up. I can't do that. All of those are just excuses so you can continue being a failure without feeling as bad for yourself. So get out there and take a chance. Take as many chances as you can get to get out of the rat race. If you need a sign right now on whether or not you should give up or continue going, this is your sign to keep going. Never give up. And in order for you to keep going, then you must follow number 5. Be curious. Never stop learning new skills. One of my biggest strengths in life is that I know nothing. And because I know nothing, that means I shall never stop learning. Because of this natural curiosity, I'm continuously learning new skills that will give me a competitive advantage over others. Books are an important way of gaining this advantage over others. With a book, a person can condense so much more information on paper than they can with a video. In fact, the knowledge I'm giving you right now is from books I read in the past. This is why reading will always remain valuable and one of the number one things that billionaires do on the daily. Even if I'm talking to someone about something I know about in detail, I still ask them questions on it just so I can hear a different point of view or a different way of explaining the said topic. If I like the way they explained it, I would then adapt that into my own language to use. So you not only want to learn new information, you also want to apply that information as well. Make this a habit and you will see results. Number 6 is something that people are starting to forget in the online world, and that is to remember a person's name and use it. It is important to remember that a person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language. It shows that you genuinely care, will help you win friends, and even help you practice the golden rule. If you remember my name, then you are added to my list of importance. Alright, moving on to number 7. Never say you can't afford it. Instead, ask how can you afford it. This is a great rule for personal finance. To say that you can't afford something is an immediate shutdown of thought. It is a giving up attitude. But if you ask how can you afford it, then that opens up your mind to thought. Then these thoughts will lead to action. Because of this attitude, 62% of my monthly expenses is covered by my personal investments and my knowledge with selling options contracts. The other 38% is from my business. Because I asked myself how I can afford it, I can create and discover new, consistent, and fun ways to make money over time. For example, a chicken tender sandwich at Publix costs $9, and those things are delicious, yet they are pricey. I could spend $9 out of my own pocketbook, or I could sell a covered call on Yamana Gold for $10, buy the sandwich, and invest the other $1 into my own portfolio or my business. By forming this ignorant statement into a question, you are literally transferring your train of thought from a poor person into a rich person instantly. Now, while making money sounds nice, you must follow number 8 in order to sustain your wealth, and that is to do things legally. The surest way to destroy your wealth is by making that wealth illegally. If you try to scam others or cheat others, you will quickly build a bad reputation that no one wants to be around. Using the law of the land to your advantage will help ensure you that your wealth will stay safe in the future. Do your taxes properly and you will learn that you can pay no taxes at all, legally speaking, and don't do the illegal thing and just avoid them. Because if you do, it will catch up to you one day and it will destroy you. Moving on to number 9. Persistence is the number one quality to lead to success. This kind of goes back to number 4, do not be afraid of failure and keep on pushing, no matter what. As what the founder of McDonald's, Ray Kroc, once said, Luck is a dividend of sweat. The more you sweat, the luckier you get. This also reminds me of another quote from the Founder movie, and if you haven't seen that movie, please go watch it. It's on Netflix. It's about the finding of McDonald's. Ray Kroc also said, "Now I know what you're thinking. How the heck does a 52-year-old over-the-hill milkshake machine salesman build a fast food empire with 1,600 restaurants in 50 states, 5 foreign countries, with an annual revenue of in the neighborhood of $700 million? One word: persistence." There are going to be scenarios where you will be at your absolute breaking point, but you cannot stop there. Keep working towards your dream and you will achieve it. And for number 10, there won't be much of an explanation, but it'll be something for you to ponder on. It's a quote from Dale Carnegie. "Everything you do sends a message. Determine the message you want to send to the world." And all right, thank you for watching and making it to the end of the video. If you learned something and wish to learn more, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.